What is up, YouTube? It's Chris back again. Today we're going to do a little review and slash, comparison between two different boots, and as well as 5 ways to, really pick out the difference between an authentic and how a knockoff stands out right away. The 3 different pairs I have here, it's 2 different pairs, 3 different colors. These are the 6-inch brown nubuck. It's the dark brown color. This is the premium boot. This is the black 6-inch basic boot. And then this is the standard, I think it's the wheat basic as well. These are about 3 years old. They still hold up well. One of my favorite. They're just after being worn in. I tell you, the longer you wear these, the more comfortable they get. There's always something about a fresh pair, but the old ones, they start to form to your foot. We'll start with the premium here. I'll try to get close up so you can see this, but one of the first telltale signs when you open these out of the box is if you look up close at your stitching there. See how straight the stitching is? I'll pan out and also add some pictures so you can see better pictures of this, but look how straight the stitching is, all on both sides, even the back. Look at how straight that stitching is. This is the 6-inch basic pair. Perfect straight stitching. And that is the same on all 3 pairs. So, number 1, when you get the boots, look at the stitching. If you look at pictures on the internet about, what I mean, you could clearly tell on this stitching the fake between authentic. The stitching won't be evenly spaced. I mean, you can pull out a ruler and probably measure that, and it's perfect. So that's sign number 1, and we'll stick with the premiums for now. Number 2 will be the logo. Let me see if I can get close enough or get a good enough view. This logo here, there's a picture on the internet you could see. I'll add a close-up picture too with maybe some circles on it. But the trademark around the R, it's not a perfect circle where, it's you could see the circle on these. And then the branch, the knockoff ones have a point to the branch that you can, pretty clearly see. You might be able to see it better in here. So yeah, if you see this branch right here, this far branch underneath the R has a point on it on the fakes. That's something you want to look at right away. Most times I don't think this is that important, but this little hang tag, I don't keep it on. Some people do, but I think there has been some fake pairs that can come with that, so don't use that as a complete judgment. But it is one thing, typically if you get that on there, it's and the other things match up, that helps. Another key thing right away, if you look at the laces, at the end of the laces here, typically where you would have a plastic piece, this is actually burnt, so it's kind of crimped and burnt. There's no plastic on there. And that's the same on all 3. It's not a piece of plastic. It is the end of the lace is actually burnt. Or crimped, I don't know what they call it, but there's no plastic on there. So that's a key way to be able to tell. The laces too, the quality and length, if you get a pair and the laces are either way too long or too short, you can clearly tell that, that's just not a good sign. The overall feel, when you get them and feel them, the basic is going to be a lot lighter than the premium. And I will show why in a couple seconds. But with the premium, this boot has a nice feel to it. It's solid in weight. I'm sure you could look up the actual weights and weigh them to make sure they weigh the same. But when you get it, there's a good feel to a solid, authentic boot. On the interior here, if you look in, this is real leather all the way around, and it should have labeling, and again, I'll add pictures, but a label down on the inside here. It should have labeling that, there's no tags or, it's a stitched in Timberland logo. So that should be in there, and again, it's real leather all the way around the boot. It's not just, it doesn't just do the heel or cover the heel. It goes from about the side here and wraps all the way around to the side on the side here, all the way to the side on the front. So that's another telltale sign. Those are pretty much the main ways I know to look for. Again, if you look for, discrepancies in the logo on the bottom, the fakes, the lettering will be off sometimes. Again, the tree logo will be off sometimes. So, if you just really look at that, and even if you don't even need to get out a ruler, but if you just make sure, with your eye, make sure everything's even, the T shouldn't be higher than the D. Little things like that you can, or just stick out signs. Cool. So now what we're going to do is jump into the main differences between the premium and the basic. Like I said, I did just get the premium, so I haven't gotten a chance to really break them in and wear them. The basic I've rocked all the time. The basic is a great boot. I believe they're $139.99 or $140, where these are $190. You can get these on sale sometimes, but as I said, I think Amazon has them for cheaper, but you just want to be careful right away when you're trying to find them for a cheaper price. Typically, unless it's an authorized retailer, it's typically a sign that you may be getting a fake. Let's jump into the bottom of the two. If you look at the pattern of the tread on the bottom, that's completely different. The left here, the brown one, is the premium boot. It has your standard bottom, boot pattern. I noticed one thing right away with this rubber. It's still rubber, but it's all, if you look at the sole, there's nothing on the bottom of it. It's one solid piece all the way from there, where this one is actually two separate pieces. You can actually customize these and change the color of some of this stuff, which that's what I want to do next. But that is a solid, nice, grippy pair of rubber. So that's one reason I think I'm going to like the premium better. It's a lot better grip. It's a heavier, it seems like a more durable boot. If you're looking for a lighter boot that you can maybe wear out, I can wear these anywhere I go. They're comfortable to walk in. My feet don't get hot in them. They are a little more flexible. These, like I said, these ones are 2 years old, so those are really worn, where if you see, a fresh pair, they're a little harder to bend. These I got at Christmas, so they're not, but they're still much easier to bend. This is all around a softer style boot, It's still a great work boot. You can do pretty much anything. This is just the premium's a little sturdier, hence why it's called premium. These do have all the same features: prime stitching, burnt laces. It's still a logo on the bottom. It's set up a little differently. Just because it doesn't have the tree doesn't mean it's not authentic. The inside of these, where the premium is leather all around, this is some sort of soft cloth. Let me see if I can change the camera view. See, if you look down in there, that's like a soft cloth. Maybe now that I have moved the light like that, I can get a good view of this down in there. If you see, that's like a orange leather. It's actual leather. And there's the label I was talking about. As I said, I'll have a couple pictures circled so you can see the items I'm talking about. Again, these are just a couple differences between the two. I really like the feel of the premium boot. This is just a great classic work boot, reasonably priced. Timberland name. The tread's really nice on the bottom. 2 years, heavy work use. You do have some. I kick off my shoes with the other ones, so you do have some treading in the back simply from taking off my left shoe with my right shoe. The tread's not too worn on the bottom. I work out on a farm, and not necessarily a farm, but do exterior work, and those are pretty good. Again, these are from Christmas, and you can see they still have a little bit more of the actual grip on the bottom. So, let me know in the messages if you have, or comments if you have any questions. I'd be glad to answer them and provide some clarifications. If you're wondering a couple good sites to buy these from, again, send me a message and I can give you a list of, ballpark prices. Can tell you one thing, for instance, if you're a size 10 shoe, I go with a 9.5. They fit great. If you're a 9.5, you can probably go down to a 9. And even then, the basic, the 9.5 fits me a lot better than the 9.5 premium does. I could probably go a little smaller. I have a wide foot, and this is just the standard 9.5. They do make a wide. This is plenty wide for me. And then, if another telltale sign is if your box comes in just like a standard brown shoe box, beware. That's right away a sign if it's obviously been repackaged. This has the Timberland logo. Timberland on all sides. These weren't bought directly from Timberland, so they do have an extra barcode here from the other retailer. You know, that has some of the descriptions. It's going to be backwards, so they should have that tag on there that shows them. And yeah, that's about it. So again, any questions, shoot me a PM or, you know, let me know, and I'd be glad to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys.